You know what I realized? God has me in this season. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of y'all in this season too that clicked on this video. But he has me in this season where he's pushing me so far into entrepreneurship. Like, I couldn't get a regular 9-to-5 even if I've tried. And I have tried. Trust me. Trust me, I have tried. Your girl has been applying. It's just like, I don't know. For some reason, it's like I'm getting curved from each job. Now, back when he had me in a season of learning how to treat people, even if I had an attitude, even though I was going through trauma, even though I was healing, back in those days, right, a few years ago in that season, it was easy for me to get a job like this, especially in customer service. Now, God had me in customer service for a reason, right? But now that I have leveled up, I don't even want to say leveled up, but now I'm in a new chapter in my life. And it is leveling up, right? But I'm in a new chapter. That's what I want to say in my life. And this chapter is not knowing how to treat people, not knowing how to speak up for myself, not knowing how to communicate properly with people, because I've already passed that chapter of my life. Now I'm in a season of my life where literally I have to learn how to balance and manage the everyday parts of life. Because the thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to work for yourself. Like, you're literally working for yourself. Eventually, you'll be able to hire people out, right? But for a lot of people who are starting up a business, or you're working for yourself, or you're literally the only person that's above you is literally God. God is literally your CEO, right? You have to learn great management skills. And this includes money management as well. Not just time management, but also money management. And it's so crazy because before I got to the stage of my life where now I'm having to learn how to manage my money and manage it wisely, I had to learn how to manage my time. And I kept wondering, like, dang, I can't get no job. I'm having to be a stay-at-home mom, even though I prayed to be a stay-at-home mom. But at some point, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I need my own money. I don't like just depending on somebody else for finances, right? And I was just like, why do I feel like I'm in the same position every day? I'm doing the same exact thing. I kid y'all not. I had so many videos in my phone that I was supposed to post like years ago, but I would be breaking down crying in the videos because I'm like, dang, I keep doing the same thing every day. Is get up, cook breakfast, clean up after everybody, wipe down tables, wash dishes, do lunch. Like, I kept feeling like I had to do the same thing, and I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, what is going on? God revealed to me in a dream that he is going to keep having us go through certain lessons over and over and over and over and over. It's going to get frustrating. However, the thing is, you're going to get so disciplined in this area and so good, and it's going to be like second nature to you. You won't even have to think about it. Right? And that's when, boom, you get to go on to the next chapter of your life or next season. So after I passed that season of learning how to, I would say, manage time more wisely, even though I'm still learning how to manage my time, but I'm talking about the basics, the everyday habits, right? Now I'm noticing that, okay, like I mentioned earlier, I'm in the season of learning how to now manage money. However, with this season, what I've learned so far, I'm learning that, God is not going to bless me with the finances until I learn how to be disciplined in the area of money management. This is why a lot of people fall out of entrepreneurship, because they didn't have good money management. They didn't have good time management. And to them, it's easier just to go back to working for somebody else and work a 9-to-5 again. I'm always going to say, not saying that working a 9-to-5 is bad, because I literally had to work a 9-to-5 in order to learn how to navigate my emotions, communicate, learn how to talk to people, even if I was having a bad day. Learn, okay, it's not okay to bleed on people, right? Even if you are healing and dealing with something at the house, it's not okay to bleed on people. So anyway, same thing with managing your time. So anywho, I got another revelation, y'all, when it comes to managing your money, right? As an entrepreneur, even if you're watching this and you're not an entrepreneur, and even if you're watching this and you know you're eventually going to become an entrepreneur, but right now you just might be in that stage of learning to be disciplined in another area, right? Because God is going to take us through certain seasons and make sure that we can pass that level in order for us to go to another season or another chapter in our lives. I also realized that God was not going to keep blessing me and making my pockets abundance and me having an abundance of wealth until I realized that just because I got an increase in money and finances doesn't mean that I increase expenses. I'm not saying that eventually I won't get to that point, but right now when you're first starting out as, like I said, learning how to be in that season of managing your money so that way you can be a great entrepreneur, you got to understand that you don't start off by getting that money and then wilding out with it, And I've done this multiple times and I kept saying, God, like, I noticed that you'll bless me with an abundance, like a big amount. To me, I thought it was a big amount, but I'm like, dang, you'll bless me with it, but it'll be like in spurs of the moment, like a little bit right here, like a good amount right here, and then a good amount a few months later, and a good amount next year. I'm like, dang, I needed to be consistent. But the thing is, I'm asking God to be consistent with my money and blessing me in entrepreneurship. But how can he bless me and how can he be consistent if I'm not even being consistent as well? So again, that brings me back to that dream that I told y'all about. I kept seeing God make me repeat the same lesson over and over and over and over and over in a dream. And I kept saying, what is going on? He literally pulled me up from where I was standing in the dream. And he showed me that it was him literally rewinding time back. That's what it looked like. He was literally turning a globe, and it seemed like it didn't seem like it, but he was rewinding time back pretty much so that way I could repeat the lesson until I learned the lesson. So this is why you are not going to get the income or the finances that you're looking for in entrepreneurship. One, you're probably not consistent with it, but also two, your money management sucks. And this is not just to y'all, but this is to myself as well. And I caught that revelation, like, dang, my money management be sucking. Like, literally, this is why nowadays you see me doing all of my maintenance myself. So you're going to see me do my hair myself. You're going to see me do my nails myself. You're going to see me do my brows myself, unless I have to get a touch up with my microblading, right? Because I have to get my eyebrows microbladed. Child, it's not that I have to, but that's something. Some things you're going to spend your money on, right? Some things are worth it. But like, to get certain things done every 2 weeks and you know that you're maxing out on your funds, or you know that you could be going on this vacation, but you done spent all your money on maintenance, or you spent all your money on things that you probably could have did yourself, or you spent all your money on God knows what. Your car insurance might be, your car note might be a little bit too high. Not saying that you probably can't afford it, but who likes to live check to check? Who likes to be like, oh my goodness, my hair is about to fall out because I'm overly stressed because I done made so much money, but I also spent the same amount, if not more. Y'all, when I tell you, when I first got my first big girl job, right? Even though I knew I shouldn't have been working that job and I should have been posting on social media back then. All this time I should have. But when I first got that job, I said, oh my goodness, I done bought a house. I bought a brand new car off the lot, 0 mileage. Do you know, I started spending more money than I was making. It was so bad. I felt weak, y'all. I felt literally, have you ever been so down and out that you just feel weak? Like you feel stuck. That's how I was feeling. But then, like I said, it clicked. That's why you're going to see me doing my hair and nails. It's not that I can't get my hair and nails done. It's not that I can't. But right now, baby, I'm not going to do it. I promise you I'm not. Even if somebody pays for it, it's to the point where being in this season of my life of managing money has even changed my entire way of thinking, to the point where somebody else could even offer to get my hair and nails done. It's not like it's not like they ain't offering. I'm just saying it's not like that. But at the same time, I even was like, no, I can just paint my own. Like, I don't even see the point of you doing that. But you can, that money that you was going to spend on hair and nails, you can go ahead and pay these bills though. No cap. Like, I just feel like my whole way, like I said, of thinking has changed. I don't even want you to pay for it. Now, was it a great offer? Yes, but I know in the back of my head, oh, that money could be used for X, Y, and Z, or that money could be used for bills, or that money could be used for an investment, or that money could be used for better recording equipment, camera equipment, maybe a new tripod, something that's going to help me make more money. You literally can have your whole mindset change when it comes to entrepreneurship and money, right? But the thing is, you won't be able to have your mind change unless you have God in the middle of it. That's what I really be trying to beat in people's heads. Like, you will be stuck until you ask God, I need you in the middle of my finances. You need to ask God to be in the middle of anything. Your parenting, your marriage. God has to be in the middle of any and everything in your life in order for it to work out, y'all. I literally read in the Bible about the wealthiest person in the entire world, and that was Solomon. Literally. But the thing is, Solomon did not pray for money. I said, oh snap, Solomon didn't even pray for wealth. Solomon prayed for wisdom. And I said, oh, that's the missing factor. A lot of us don't have wisdom. That's why we are not good at anything. Like, and you might be good at it, but you ain't great. You might be but you're not even good at it. You just okay at it. You see what I'm saying? You got to ask for the wisdom, right? Because if you don't, without wisdom, how are you even going to get to the heights that you imagine for yourself, that you are dreaming about? You're literally listening to this video because you see yourself so different from everybody else. You know your purpose is so different from everybody else. But it's like, God, how do I even get there? Pray for wisdom, like Solomon did. That's the wisest thing that you can do, is pray for wisdom. Pray for knowledge and pray for understanding. Pray for discernment as well. My prayers started to change once I realized that the wealthiest man in the entire world, he done gone on glory and he still is the wealthiest man, right? I'm like, dang, that was his prayer point. That's what he prayed. A wise person who want money is not going to pray for money, but the wisdom to get the money, the wisdom to make the money, the wisdom to know how to disperse the money, the wisdom to understand that he or she needs to tithe their money as well. Because when you tithe, you're gonna get it back. A lot of people are so against tithing. God is not saying, yes, tithe your money to that church whose pastor is, he ain't no good. Yes, just tithe your money. That's not what God is saying. A lot of times we read the Bible out of context. We have nothing. We don't even understand it, right? A lot of times. But no, tithe your 10% to somebody who you know truly needs it. I actually am a part of Prophetess Tiffany Montgomery's ministry called Covered by God. And she was mentioning the fact that tithe to a single mother who you know needs it. Literally, tithe to a single mom. Tithe to a homeless person. That's your tithes. I started doing that. When I started doing that, it was like a game changer. Something clicked. Or it started to click. Maybe I didn't realize that it was clicking in that moment. But I'm like, oh, I see what God is saying and what God is doing. And like I mentioned, when you tithe and you're tithing for real and you just not giving your money out to tithing and going to the strip club and tithing your 10% there, you gonna get the money back, boo. Like, it's okay. But anyway, that's it for today's video. If you learned something, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below anything that you feel led to share, or whatever. If you learned something, comment it down below. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel as I make faith-based content. Also, do not forget to follow me on my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Samaya Evans. Literally, the spelling is the same as my YouTube channel name. Make sure that you spell it correctly. The Y is before the I. Spell it correctly so that way you can actually find me. Over there on those channels or pages or social media platforms, I make content surrounding just leveling up all around. Literally, God plus girl content. Whenever you have God in the middle, like I mentioned, you're going to level up. You have no choice but to level up. God plus girl equals level up. Period. Point blank. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.